My name is Charles Caldwell. I'm the Vice President of Product Management at Logi Analytics. So what causes technical debt? There are a few pretty common sources, and one of them might be surprising to you, actually building too much in preparation. So if you build too much architectural runway before feature delivery, it can cause technical debt, and the reason for that is requirements will actually change. So if I build capabilities that I don't think I'll actually need in the system until 6 months or a year from now, by the time I get there, it's very likely that requirements will have changed, technologies will have changed, and I'll actually have to redo that work. So that may be a little bit surprising, and a lot of engineering teams will actually want to do that. They'll want to build out a lot of underlying architecture, and that can very easily turn into technical debt before you actually get to capitalize on it. So don't build too much, because it'll turn into technical debt. Of course, another common source of technical debt is really just building to the next feature. If you're constantly just building to the next feature with no anticipation of what's coming beyond that, every time you start up a new feature, you're basically starting cold. So if that new feature needs new capabilities within your product, you're starting from complete ground zero with no runway to support it. So it extends your time frames. Another common source of technical debt is trying to build something on your own that you shouldn't build on your own. There are a lot of examples of use cases or capabilities that are well established. They're available in open source or from vendors. They're complicated, and they're not core to your own intellectual property. And I'll give you an example that I think no one probably would disagree with. You shouldn't build your own database to store, all of the data within your system. And I don't think anyone would do that. But you will see teams do things that seem almost as obvious as that, like building their own security frameworks and authentication frameworks. Those things are pretty well established. You should either open source or buy one from a vendor depending on your needs. So building something on your own, and the way that turns into technical debt is what you find out is the basic requirements are easy and you get them done. And you don't have basic requirements. You've got all the sophisticated requirements that have sort of necessitated a community coming together and building out a solution to that particular problem. We also will create technical debt on purpose. So another source is when we either are testing a feature or need to get to a feature or a fix very quickly for various reasons, supporting a customer to get to market. And we'll basically build less in the platform than we need to so that we can get out to market and get feedback. And it's just a choice. And when you make that choice, if you're doing a good job, you'll also make the choice to very soon after you've incurred the technical debt, make sure you're paying it down and addressing it. So it's not some ideal where there's zero technical debt all the time. It's really just a matter of understanding when you're choosing to generate it, avoiding making decisions that are going to generate too much and locking you in, and then managing it and paying it down over time.